Child, what's going on, y'all? Baby, I'm so glad I held this video off until this time because I really needed to just go ahead and uplift my spirits. And let me just tell y'all why, okay? I hope y'all are doing great. I'm about to vent for a second, so hold on. I had a doctor's appointment so that I got my bandages taken off, okay? Everything looks great on my foot or whatever, but it's still just a little swollen. He said that, just keep it elevated, whatever. Put another bandage on there, some paper stitches or whatever. I can finally be able to take a full shower, get the area wet or whatever come Saturday. Saturday is when I'm supposed to go back to work, right? So he filled out the paper and basically said I could go back to work. Why did they put on there and they sent it to my job and said that it had restrictions and didn't even put the correct date? It was supposed to be on the 23rd. They put the 25th. Mind you, mind you, I had to fill out some papers for FMLA. The doctor needs to fill out some papers for FMLA. My mother dropped those papers off on Monday last week, okay? Literally 2 days after my surgery. My surgery was on July 8th. My mama dropped the things off on the 10th for me, okay? Because he said, give it to the people at the office. They'll fill it out and fax it over. I get a fucking email from my HR, the person that do HR, the FMLA that's working with me or whatever at the job, and said that they ain't got the paperwork yet. Mind you, this was yesterday. A whole week and a day later. Nobody told me any goddamn thing. Mind you, my mother told me, she said, I left your number, I left any type of information and told them if they needed anything else to just give you a call. Nobody gave me a call. I had to call them and then come the fuck to find out talking about some. First of all, they was trying to get your mother before she left because it's a $25 fee to fax. I said, what? Second of all, I asked my mom, called her up and asked her, she said, hell no, ain't nobody try to say nothing to me, and she was like, and I said, and no, we did not know that it was a 25 fucking dollar to fee to fucking fax some papers, okay? Meanwhile, she gonna say, so, well, even if you did know, it was a sign up there that says that it's $25 to fax. I said, wait a fucking minute, and I went there today and I said, where the fuck the sign is at? Where the sign is at? Okay, then you try to lie to my mama. Then when I caught you up in the lie, because, oh, that ain't it. Then you try to say, oh, it's a new girl that probably was doing it and, she just knew or whatever, so she don't know all of the routines and all that stuff, so maybe she forgot, and said that she was going to call you or whatever, but never got around to it. I said, so that ain't my problem, so you fucking shit up so that I can't get to work, right? I'm like, what the hell is going on? The lady said, okay, I'll fax it. Then gonna say it'll take 5 to 7 business days to fax it. I said, what the fuck? You mean to tell me you just can't get your ass up and fax that shit right here, right now? Okay. She said, well, since this is not your fault that all of this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and fax this shit right now, okay? I said, thank you. She said, around 12 o'clock, I'm going to go ahead and fax it. I said, all right. I told the lady at the job that the fax was coming through. I go to the doctor's office today, and before I get the fuck up out of there, I asked them about it, and I'm so glad that I did. Come the fuck to find out, they never called me back the next day to tell me that, oh, the fax didn't go through because I don't know, for some reason the fax wasn't going through. I said, are you fucking serious? So y'all just wasn't going to say nothing? And then the lady that was doing it, she's not even there today. So they scrunching around trying to find the papers. I said, what? And shout out to the lady that helped me because she said, you know what I do is I'll just email it, okay? And I said, fine, and she CC'd me on it. Cool. I'm talking to I sent all the information and everything to the damn people at the job, and she talking about some, well, we can't take email, we have to take fax. I said, it's from the doctor's office, from their email address. It's not from my email address. It's his official writing. It's all of his information. And now you can't take email. It's in a fucking PDF. It's professional as fuck. And now you can't take email. I said, what the holy fuck is going on? Then the paper with the restriction, oh, because it says restricted and it doesn't specify what type of restriction, you'll have to get that from your doctor, and then we'll have to send that up to, City Hall, and then they'll have to, do whatever accommodations that you need, and then that's probably gonna take a few weeks before you can get back into the job. I said, bitch, now at that moment, y'all, when I tell you, I broke down in tears. This whole process, because I never had to go through this shit at all. And I literally was on that phone crying to the lady. I said, the last time I had a major surgery, bitch, I got my organ taken out. They were planning the inside. They had to cut my ass open, and they was planning the inside of my stomach to take a gallbladder out. I was out for a week and a couple of days, okay? And I came back to work and I was fine. I was fine. I said, baby, this surgery that they did, it wasn't nothing. I could have went back to work a few days ago, to be honest, okay? To be quite honest. I'm walking on my foot like ain't shit happened. My foot wasn't broken. They didn't cut into no bone. They just took a fucking mass off. It literally was a fucking cyst. He said that shit was big as hell. But anyway, I'm fine. Okay, she was like, all right, so all you gotta do is just send the paperwork, that fill out another restriction form, whatever, and tell them that you don't need a restriction, okay? And then you'll be back at work on Saturday. I said, you know what, this don't make no damn sense, okay? Girl, I was just so fucking frustrated, bitch. She heard it, she understood it, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, this is just what he do for the job. I said, I get that, but bitch, it should be a simpler way to do this shit. It should not be having to go through this. And then my mom going through the same thing. Okay. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is some bullshit. My mom just went back to work today. Or I should say yesterday. What the fuck is today? Today is Wednesday. She went back to work on Monday. I'm sorry to take up all y'all time, but bitch, I had to fucking vent. This what it is, bitch. This is what's going on with me, girl. Okay? I'm just sitting here like, this is some bullshit, y'all. This is some bullshit. Okay? If y'all have to deal with this shit, is it always this difficult? Like, damn, bitch, we in a fucking shortage, and you don't want to... I'm going to put this in a separate video. You don't want me to go back to goddamn work? We have short fucking staff at this point, okay? A short fucking staff all over the library system. All right, City of Chicago probably in general probably is short staff. So you would think that they want, people to get there and get back to work as soon as possible. And you would do anything to get them back to work, okay? And I mean anything. And what really pissed me off and probably just made me break was the fact that she said, bitch, we don't take the emails. You have to fax it. I said, bitch, first of fucking all, it is 2022. Who the fuck is still doing faxes? We scan and email these days, and bitch, this the same damn thing. It is the same damn thing. And I'm not calling her a bitch because she's just doing her job. It's just the frustration that's coming out of me. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my goodness. You actually got people out here that don't want to go to work. Bitch, I'm ready to go back to work. I'm ready to go back to fuck the work, okay? I need to get out this goddamn house. Today was the first day that I've been out the house and just went outside, okay? And went somewhere other than the house. And I'm just sitting here like... First of all, and then let me tell you something. When I was at the doctor's office, not at the doctor's office, when I was at the hospital trying to get the surgery, and when the doctor finally came up in there, he gonna say, want you to be out probably like 4 weeks. I said 4 weeks? Bitch, I almost broke down right then and there, because, I don't know if it's everybody always say, because it's the Capricorn or it's this sign or whatever. Fuck that. It's just the way that I'm made up, okay? If I have my mind set on something, or I feel as though, I can do something and I already got it planned out, I've already got it set in stone or whatever, that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to happen. So when you come in and you throw something else in the mix and you just throw me all off, it just frustrates me, and it just throws me off so bad that sometimes it take a few minutes, it take a minute or whatever for me to goddamn readjust to it. And I get frustrated. Like, I don't cry often, okay? But when I get to that level of frustration, when I feel like stuff is just not going right, that's when I would just you'll see my face just turn red, and I'm trying to hold back the tears because I'm frustrated as hell. But this, I didn't do that at the job. He was like, at the hospital, he was just like, okay, we'll see how it is when we come back for your first follow up, okay? And I said, fine, because we're going to keep it at the fucking 2 weeks that it was. And honestly, I felt as though, and I get it. I understand what FMLA is for. I understand all of that. It's protection for me so I can have my job, protection for the job so they won't be liable for if anything happens, all that stuff. I get it. I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is, I've never had to experience this because, again, nobody told me this. All the time that I've worked, all of the times that I worked in this particular system, let me just say this. I've been working since I was 18. Some people have multiple jobs underneath their belt. This is the only job that I've had since I was 18, okay? And I've had to go to the hospital for a procedure, an actual procedure, twice. And that was last year. This is 2022. Last year and 2 weeks ago on the 8th, right? That was that. Prior to that, probably like 7 years ago or whatever, I went to the hospital to just get my leg, splintered up or whatever, because remember when I had fell and I fractured it, I didn't have to go through surgery or anything like that. They just wrapped that bitch up, took some x-rays, and put it in a little split thing or whatever so that I wouldn't bend it. And yeah, I was out for a few weeks. I didn't have to fill out anything. And I almost lost my job then because they did not tell me that, the particular date that I was supposed to come back, right? And then they never sent the paperwork to me, but they already had it in their, files or whatever, what day I was supposed to come back. And I get a phone call and it was like, if you don't show up today, you're going to get fired. And I was like, wait a minute. What? Mind you, I was part-time then. And I was just like, okay, well, y'all didn't send no notification. I didn't even get it in the email. I didn't get anything. So I was just like, wow. So, I just said, fuck it, let me just go ahead and get dressed so I can have my job. And yeah, I was able to walk on my leg or whatever, but the shit was still tender. It wasn't completely healed, and it's not going to be completely healed in a few weeks or whatever. But, I could have been a fucking liability then. They just wanted my ass back. Mind you, we were not short staffed then. Now we get this part. I was like, you know what? The last surgery I had, and I told her, I said, I did not have to go through all of this, the last surgery that I had, because my boss didn't tell me nothing like this. I just said, I'm going to take some vacation days, and that's it. And that's all I did. I took my vacation days, took 7 vacation days, because I had already had some days off that was in between that. So it equaled out to probably like a week and a half. And I came back to work and I was fine. And actually, and I think it was more better. Only reason why I feel like that shit went the way that it went, because they really didn't have to open me up when they did my gallbladder. What they had to do was they did the laparoscopically, with the machines. Y'all be looking at 600-pound life when he be using the machines and all that shit. That's what they did. Did that shit microscopically or whatever, laparoscopically or whatever the fuck, put them instruments in there, played around in it, got it, clip it, poured it out, sewed that shit back up. Baby, when I tell you, I ain't even, my wounds wasn't even bleeding, okay? My wounds wasn't even bleeding. I have 3 spots, and they literally look like, when it was finished, it looked like little dots, 3 little dots. That's it. Okay, my insides wasn't hurting. You know what I'm saying? Did I take some medicine? I mean, I had some moments where I had a little bit of tug or whatever, a little bit of pain, but that was probably like in the first couple of days. Okay, and after that, it was barely nothing. The medicine, I never finished the whole the medication that they gave us, they give you for pain or whatever. For that surgery, I never finished that whole bottle, and them opioids. Oh, what is it? Opioids? I don't fucking deal with that shit either. So the less is best, for me, because ain't nobody trying to get addicted. You know what I'm saying? It's an addiction shit that runs in my family. I ain't trying to do that shit. So no. Then this one, I have literally more than half of the bottle left. No, I got half of the bottle left. I did have to take some because it was my foot. Well, not my foot, but my ankle. And it was more on the outside because when I had the boot on, I couldn't barely. They took that bitch. I should show y'all this big ass boot. I don't feel like getting up and going over there and getting it, but that's part of the reason why I wasn't going out the house too. First of all, I could barely walk at the first couple of days, okay, because it kind of hurt to walk on it. You know, I had to keep my foot elevated and all that shit. But then putting that boot on there is pressing on the fucking the ankle is pressing all up on the goddamn, you know, womb. The womb is like this long. See my hand? The womb is like this long, going up. Okay, because he said that thing was big. It was a big ass jelly mass that they had to take out because it was a cyst. So I was just like, oh my god. So I just kept that thing out. This was the first time today putting that boot back on, and it was okay. But bitch, it made me feel like I was clumsy or some shit. I was like really trying to take my time. When I go back to work, I ain't wearing that fucking boot. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Okay? Because I can work perfectly fine without it. And I'm gonna put a flip flop on and I'm gonna be good. Bitch, I was so fucking frustrated, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Y'all just don't understand. I said, why must we go through this bullshit? Why are y'all doing this? Y'all, and I literally told her, I said, and my location got a shortage. Okay? We got somebody coming in, my old coworker who came in on the day of my surgery, who works at a different location. He came in to sub and then gonna send me a message talking about why you not here today. I said, I am in the hospital waiting to get cut open. He gonna be there Saturday when I go there. So I was just sitting here like, oh my god. First of all, and I only said it like that because, you know, people want to start talking, and especially people that you already know, but we don't really talk like that because it's been a minute, and it's just like, girl, sorry, please just sit there. I am the type of person when I get to work, because I am not that type of person that want to talk, or whatever. No. Please just let me be in my own space, okay? Let me calm myself, because I already know when I get back to work, I'm probably going to be pissed. Okay, because my workstation probably gonna be fucked up, and it's probably gonna be some shit that's gonna be out of order. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to put that shit back in order because it never fails. Baby, I be gone for one day. I be off on one day. Okay, my mandatory day off, a couple of days off, or whatever, in a week, and then I come back the very next day. Why is shit out of order? What the hell is y'all doing? Okay, why is there a whole bunch of stuff on the cart and it was a couple of y'all down here? Y'all could have did this shit. Like, what the fuck? And then I come in and then I go ahead and fix this. I said, so it feel like y'all been waiting for me to do that shit because you know I'm just going ahead and get it out. But see, baby boy, okay, my foot a little tender still. I'm not finna be doing all that. I'm finna be sitting my ass there, and I'm gonna be walking around a little bit because I need to walk, all right? So, you know, get that circulation going or whatever. He put another dressing on my thing, too, because he said it was a little bit... Oh, and it's bleeding. He said it was a little swole. Still, not it was still a little bit swollen for his taste. So he put another compression brush thing on there. So I gotta keep my thing elevated. But I didn't know it was bleeding a little bit. It didn't bled through the stuff. But it's not like overly done it. So I gotta come take that off on Saturday. Then I got a follow-up appointment on what's it called? Wednesday, which thankfully is my day off, and I ain't even know it. It's my day off, so I ain't got to worry about taking off of that. But yeah, y'all, I'm so glad I decided to just put this in a separate video because, baby, when I tell you I was frustrated, this is what I had planned to do. I planned to come home. I said, okay, let's get this out the way. I planned to come home. I ain't even ate nothing yet. I had some Starbucks. I had a Starbucks drink. I haven't ate a meal yet. You know what I'm saying? So I said, listen, everything's going to be okay. I plan to come home, just go ahead and get this video out the way for what it is, and then chill for the rest of the day. Watch College Hill again because I was deciding whether or not I was going to give y'all the last episode that came on last week and give y'all the review in a separate video or give, you know, put both of the the videos together because really... last week's episode, you know, it really wasn't much, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, you know, I could get him a video, But at this point, it's like, fuck that shit. I'll probably give y'all a video tomorrow and put both the episodes in together. But baby, when I tell you I was frustrated as hell, I mean frustrated as goddamn hell. Okay? I just said, what? And she was like, I hear your frustration. I said, don't picture. In my mind, I ain't say this to the lady because she's just doing her job, you know. And see, this is the thing. I can never work a customer service line where you have to, you know, just be sympathetic and, you know, keep you calm and, you know, the person's on the phone, they're going off and they're emotional or whatever and you trying not to go. Because, baby, I just wouldn't be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it because, no. And she kept her calm and her cool or whatever. And I guess she understood, like, it ain't us that I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the whole fucking shit that's going on, this shit show. And I had to differentiate and let her know that. Okay, I was like, no, I'm just telling you, it's just been a whole bunch of shit going on with the doctor's office just to try to get these papers in. Okay. I was just like, oh my God. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I still can't take a shower until Saturday. That is what I'm also mad about. Listen, I tried to take a shower one day with the bag over my foot. Baby, that bitch soaked half of the goddamn bandages. And mind you, they told me not to get the shit wet. I said, I honestly don't understand why not, but all right, you know. But, hey, it is what it is. You know, I'm going to try to follow the rules. I only got a couple more days that I can just go through this shit and I'll be okay. But y'all, I just needed to get that out. I just needed to fucking vent. Any of y'all been through anything like this? Is it really like this? Has anybody ever had an easygoing situation with FMLA? Or whatever? I said, listen, bitch, next time, ain't gonna be no next time, okay? Because, listen, something else happened, bitch. You just gonna have to suck this shit up, get you some ginger ale, get you some rubber tussin, okay? And some Vic Face Rub, and you'll be alright. Because I am not about to go through FMLA again, okay? It's just, oh my God. And you want to know what it is? I probably wouldn't. And you want to know why? I should be pissed off at my boss, but I'm not gonna do that. Not my boss, but my branch manager, because City of Chicago is my boss, but my branch manager, she the head of my you know, my location or whatever. So technically, she is my boss. So yeah, whatever. She the one that told the regional director whatever. So therefore, he the one that wanted to go ahead. I said, bitch. Now, had she not opened up her mouth and told him that, yeah, I'm going out for surgery, I should have just told her, listen, I'm going to take my vacation days on this time. And I wouldn't even have to go through all this shit. They wouldn't have to know. And I would have just came back with a bandage on my foot and be like, oh my God, what happened? Oh, girl, I had surgery. You did? Yes. Okay. And there wouldn't be nothing that they can do. And see, when I told my boss the last time that was here before she was, and I said, girl, I'm getting my gallbladder taken out. And she was talking to me. We was just talking all about it. She was like, oh my God, what were you feeling? Because I just want to understand, like, symptoms just in case something like that happened or whatever, so I can know. And I was like, yeah, girl, I was feeling this pain, you know what I'm saying? It was like this numb, like, no, dull-ass pain that was just coming back and forth. It was, like, not painful, but it was more so like an irritant, okay, girl? And she was like, oh, my God, you know? She's like, just take all the time that you need. And that the fuck was it. And I mean, she even texted me to see how I was doing. She texted me to see how all of that shit. This lady ain't texting me. And then I don't even know what I'm coming back to. Okay, mind you, when I left, one of my coworkers was out already for a whole week because he had caught the virus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting here like, I go back to work. You got monkeypox and you got the virus and you got this other thing that's out there. And bitch, it's just so. I feel like the Lord is telling us that we just need to stay home. Like, is that what's happening? Like, I don't know. Like, is we supposed to just stay in the house? I said, let me just get one good concert in, and then I'll just chill, you know, because I have not done anything since this whole girl. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I just need to get that shit off my chest. I was gonna put it in what it is, but listen, bitch, 25 minutes, y'all would have been pissed if it was just the whole video went past that whole all that time. But anyway, again, put it down in the comments. Yeah, let's discuss this shit. And if you deal with FMLA, like you in HR, you can comment too, okay? Because I want to know how it is on y'all end. I know how it is on our end because I just went through it, but how it is on y'all end that have to put the paperwork in and file it for the company and all that shit. Is it just as much hell? Because, bitch, god damn. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a minute, okay? Y'all have a good one. Peace. It really just uplifted my spirit just a little bit because I got that frustration out. I'm just going to tell y'all that. Now I can be good on the other video. Yes. I'll see y'all later. Peace.